So actually, several hundred years ago, Prater was a marshy place with meandering Danube channels, which changed route with every major flood. So the story of the Wurstel Prater begins in the late 18th century. Originally, it was a royal hunting ground, and quickly it transformed into a hub of entertainment and excitement. Well, when Joseph II made the Prater open to the public as a place of pleasure for all Viennese in 1766, he authorized middle-class innkeepers and cafe keepers to sell drinks, refreshments and food. They were also allowed to set up tents, tables and seats. This license was granted free of charge. In a very short time, a significant number of winemakers, beer owners, coffee makers, restaurants and confectioners settled here. This is the toboggan. The name toboggan is originally a Canadian Indian term that refers to an elongated, flat wooden sledge. At European fairs, toboggan rides were all the rage around 1910. The toboggan in Vienna's Wurstel Prater, with its 25-meter high tower and the 100-meter long spiral-shaped carriage track, was opened in 1913 under the name Devil's Slide. The Autodrome. The development of the automobile and its fascination among the population meant that the Wurstel Prater also offered the opportunity to drive a car for the little man. The first autodrome in the Prater was already in 1926. The control center is the heart of every system and is located in the cast desk. This is also the key to the secret of how long a journey lasts and what kind of music is played along with it. The Prater turned 250 years old in 2016. There was exotic animal shows, monkeys, monkey theater, with mostly mimicking humans' behavior. There was a magic theater where ghosts would scare the hell out of the public. There was some groundbreaking technological feats, like some of the world's first flying experiments with hot air balloons. The area once housed the Little Venice, a replica of the Venetian buildings, gondolas, water canals and bridges. It was a highly anarchic space back in the day. It was the only place in the city where the rich and the working classes and poor would come together in the same space. The ferry wheel originally had 30 gondolas, but after the Second World War, only 15 were hanging for security reasons. So, this is why some people call it the toothless ferry wheel.
Καλημέρα. Σήμερα πάμε βόλτα, πάμε στο Augarten. Είναι ένα πάρκο στην δεύτερη περιοχή, στο Leopoldstadt. Θα προσπαθήσουμε να τραβήξουμε μερικά πλανάκια για το βίντεο αυτής της εβδομάδας, ελπίζω. Για να δούμε.
The Augarten. The Augarten is a 52.2 hectare, largely public park of the Federal Gardens, with the oldest baroque gardens in Vienna. It all started with Emperor Matthias during 1614, who had a small hunting lodge built in Wolfsau, a part of the then Imperial hunting area, which was then still an untouched floodplain landscape. Around 1650, it was built under Ferdinand III, who bought the Amtabor share for this purpose, a Dutch-style garden, small compared to the later dimensions of the Augarten, and it was built next to the hunting lodge, and the hunting lodge was expanded. After the Wurstel Prater was opened to the public in 1766, the Augarten was also opened to the general public on May 1st, 1775 by Joseph II. On the occasion of this event, nightingales were also released and hunting them was made punishable. During the devastating flood that hit the areas of Vienna near the Danube on the night of February 28th to March 1st, 1830, the entire Augarten was flooded to a depth of 1.75 meters. A water level mark can be found on the inside of the Augarten main gate. Until the Second World War, the history of the Augarten was relatively quiet. Towards the end of the war, however, that was to change, because Adolf Hitler's war strategists had chosen the Augarten as the ideal location for the construction of anti-aircraft towers to protect Vienna's city center due to its geographical location. In the summer of 1944, construction began on two of Vienna's anti-aircraft towers, a compact tower with a height of 55 meters and a control tower with a height of 51 meters, which have now become a characteristic of the Augarten due to their bizarre appearance in the middle of the garden. The construction of the Viennese anti-aircraft towers with the associated destructive phenomena, laying of 60 railway tracks, construction of extensive barracks for construction workers, etc., alone put a lot of strain on the Augarten. But in addition, hundreds of cubic meters of rubble were dumped during the war, and armored vehicles were driven crisscross the gardens, and mass graves were laid out in which many hundreds of war victims are said to have been buried.